Good night, Pablo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, good night, teacher.
Good night. How are you? How was your day?
Kind of tired.
Well, we are the same, so
Yeah.
it's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been.
Yes, well, yesterday we had a long class, very long presentation, right?
Yeah, it surely was a long one.
Yeah, so let me see. Do you have enough time to check the slides?
I was checking in the morning, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Any question about it?
I think no, everything was clear. It was a good presentation though.
Everything okay? So, okay.
Yeah.
So let me see. Hi, Diana. How are you? Well, let me see. In order you don't have questions, well, let me ask you some details, a couple, okay? Diana, do you have a question from yesterday, maybe?
No, I'm not. I don't have any question.
Great. So let me make the questions, okay? Yeah. That's a way to work. So can you watch my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. Talking about anatomical landmarks, any question about pronunciation or synonyms, maybe? I think they are so clear.
No, I don't have any question.
Anything, you're sure? Okay. So let me show you a detail that was a common question in the previous class. While talking in this part of the anatomical review, you have some synonyms that I'm showing you during the slides. But it's your homework to check, of course. We talk here about the nasal cavity and the nostril. And in the previous slide, we got the nasal cavity, the nasal concha, and the nasal vestibule. According to this, which one is the nostril? Because you can receive nostril in a note, or you might send it, but you might receive the synonym, I mean. Which one?
Which should be the vestibule, right?
Yes, the nasal vestibule. They are synonyms. The most common way to talk about this part of the structure is nostril, the commonest way to hear about it. So you must be clear on this. You might receive both names, synonyms during medical terms, but in this specific part, you must remind nostril and nasal vestibule, okay? Right. Both of them. It's the same when we talk about intestines and we hear bowels. Bowel is the common term, but even though during medical conversations with our colleagues, with professors, I don't know, we could say vowel sounds. It's the common way to talk about it. It's so nice to talk in that way. So bowel movements or intestine movements are the same. Is a similar example, okay?
But we shouldn't write vowels in the medical history, right? Or it is okay?
That's the same. You choose which one is the best for you, and that's the same. There is no trouble on this. I think you were checking the primary functions, right?
Yeah.
About the URT, any question? Something that is not clear from any picture, maybe, or everything is clear? I think there is nothing.
Clear.
Okay, Diana. So let me ask you something. Did you check all the information from SNOT? All the slides, I mean? If a patient describe I don't know, a brown snot, how you might explain him that you need to give some information? I mean, some studies in order to emphasize information, to look for a detail. That's a good way to to check. They go and tell you, I'm wet with phlegms and snot that are brown. What can I do? Doctor, please help me. The way to talk with the patient is a good way to practice on this. I mean, how you might explain them these conditions, these situations. Or how you could say a patient that a culprit is necessarily at the moment to look for the microorganism that is affecting at the moment the respiratory tract.
I will say to him that I need to make some studies to know what kind of virus does he have. So maybe trying to say to him.
Imagine that I'm a patient. Give me the information, please.
Okay, Mrs. Iris, I need to know what kind of virus do you have? So I need to make some studies to be sure about the virus that is affecting you. So maybe that, I don't.
Yes, is that a bad situation, right? Is that wrong? I mean, you are trying to not to tell me everything, doctor, please be sincere with me. I'm gonna die, right? They are so dramatic sometimes.
I don't think that you're gonna die. I just need to make some studies to be sure that you don't have any, I don't know, any kind of deadly virus, maybe.
Okay, great. That's a good way. While practicing, while talking to a patient, well, Americans especially are so dramatic. I tell you by experience, they always say, I'm gonna die, it's cancer, right? They think everything is cancer. I don't know why. They usually go to Dr. Google at the beginning.
Dr. Google, that's why.
Yes, and Google says for everything, it's cancer, go to your doctor, right? And it's hard to us to go back in that ideas and change the situation, right? That's why during the medical speech, between colleagues, we only use medical terms for not giving extra information to the patient. We don't explain everything in common words, right? We decide until which part we prefer to give the information in order to avoid these troubles, right? The same could be in Spanish, but in Spanish, I don't know why patients look for the meanings and make a mess. In English, patients also practice their speeches previous going to the doctor. They prepare a list of situations and go with the list. It's very interesting because they organize ideas. In Spanish, no. We all know about it.
It should be like that everywhere, though, because especially here in Bolivia, they'll be like, oh, and also this hurts. Oh, and last night also this happened to me, and you got the wrong information or not all the information about your patient. You have to keep asking. Meanwhile, if your patient comes with all the information that they are going through, it's going to be easier for him or for the patient and for the doctor to get to a diagnosis.
Yes, you're right, Pablo. That's true. That's our real situation at the moment. Not just in Bolivia, I think almost in all parts in Latin America is the same situation because of the cultural reasons we have as a big community. In USA, in UK, well, with people that speak in English as a foreign language, they prepare the speeches. It's so nice how they take their list and start telling you at the beginning I had that, and in order everything, the chronological events are organized. It's not so hard to take the information. It's so nice. But when you ask something that is not into their list, then they run mad. That's why we take notes, just going to the point. That's the idea of that kind of speech and the way we must write down in English. This is an example. On exam of the chest, it means just the findings. Early respiratory crackles, both lungs plus expiratory wheeze. So taking this information in account, if I give you information from the next dialogue, let me go out. We have a dialogue from another guy, the urinary system. It's gonna be a kind of homework. that I'm gonna send to the group. Ay, me pasó. Do you remember we were checking another dialogue, this one? If I ask you to take notes, to take the findings of this, is that possible, right? I mean, you should take the notes from this dialogue that I'm gonna send to the group tonight, similar to the ones that we are checking here, like this on exam, and just for practicing, taking information from this. I lost it again. Okay, I'm gonna send to the group the file prepared for this, so don't worry about it at the moment. Just catch the idea and read this properly. Here you have common expressions showing these situations. I mean, showing anatomical, medical terms that we were checking here, right? You got common words that you must translate into medical terms, right? So start checking this, study the dialogue, try to catch the meanings. It's gonna be easier to do that, okay? Until this point, do you have a question, maybe?
No, I don't think so, teacher.
Okay,
Not
great.
me.
Perfect. Easy to make, right?
Kind of.
Just practice. It's gonna be easy through the time. So don't worry about it. I lost it again. About pathologies, this chart in general, what's happening with this? As an example, I'm thinking this. About this chart, any question maybe from anyone? About abbreviations maybe? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, no.
No, everything is clear.
Okay, perfect. So let me send you the pool for taking attendance. You vote, Diana and Pablo. And it's gonna be enough at the moment. Okay, can you watch the pool, Diana and Pablo?
Yeah, I just sent it.
Okay, great. I didn't receive it yet. Diana, can
I
you?
just sent it.
Okay, great, but I didn't receive the pool.
Me too, teacher. Good evening.
I just
Hi.
sent it to
Hey,
you,
Elena,
so I don't know.
Okay. Let me relaunch it again and please try to fill it again, please. Can you watch the pool? Diana and Pablo, it's for you both. Let's fill this again because it's...
I just filled it and I don't have any question.
Okay, but I'm not receiving your answer, Diana. Give me a second to correct this, please.
Yeah, I just sent it.
I'm not receiving the answer.
I have sent it again. Teacher.
Elena, you're in the next group. You came earlier. Just Diana and Pablo, but I'm not receiving your answers. What's wrong with this?
But it's the second time that I fill it and send it to you, so I don't know what's happening.
Let me check another device. Yes, I got it. I just got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice weekend. See you Monday. And
See you Monday.
tonight at
Bye.
midnight, I'm gonna send a homework file to the WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay,
If
okay.
you message so late, don't worry, it's me.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good night. Good weekend.
night.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Diana. Bye, Pablo. Elena, how are you? Now is your time.
Good evening.
Good night. How was your day?
More or less, I have a lot of work. That is why I have some problems to connect with this. But anyway, I'm free.
Oh, don't worry, now you're here. Thanks for the support. When you have troubles at the job, maybe, let me know earlier that it's not going to be easy for you to get on time, and maybe we can exchange the schedule with a classmate. Okay? Tell me
Yes,
earlier, and we are
teacher,
going to find a
sorry.
solution.
Teacher, sorry, I need the material, the last material. So just the material, please, to check it again. And I don't know if it's possible to send me, please.
You didn't download it?
No, I couldn't. Please, teacher, I ask you, but if it is possible to send me, please, yesterday material.
The class from yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me look for this and send you to your WhatsApp. But that's the only time I'm gonna do it for you, okay? Please tell me earlier or tell me at the moment you have troubles with the devices. But tell me the night that is done, okay?
Okay.
Can you, okay, here I got your phone. Yes, I got it. Yes, you sent me a message. I didn't remember that. I'm sorry. Okay, give me a second. It's uploading. Okay, from yesterday, is there any question? Maybe a detail to check again?
I wanted to check it again, but I couldn't because
Yes, you were out of the material.
yes, and as you know, it's new for me because I'm not a doctor, so that is why.
Yes. It's not easy at the moment, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me open the file. Yes, I got it. I'm sending it to you. Well, yesterday there
Thank
was
you,
a
teacher.
very long presentation, right? There was a lot of information. And now it's important
Yes, can
to
I
check
try
this. Okay, it's uploading to your WhatsApp. Please let me know when you receive this,
Much.
okay? Yeah,
Okay, thank
it's been sent now. Okay, did you get it?
I'm going to check. Let me see, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's right. It's
Great,
right.
yes. Yes, great, perfect. So let's make a fast view of this, okay? For not missing the activity. Let me share a screen. Well, yesterday we had many things to take in count. It's a lot of information, I know.
Yes.
But well, in order, you are not a doctor. So well, in this group, I have 2 students from first and second year of the career, that they are out of mind, similar to you, and you are a teacher. And we have another teacher too. So I'm gonna exchange the objectives of homework with you 4 in order to help you and not make a mess with all the vocabulary, okay? I think it's gonna be better.
Okay.
That's why homework file I'm gonna send you tomorrow, okay? Because I have to change lots of details. Okay, so
do we have sorry, do we have a homework?
I'm gonna send the homework file, but it's prepared for doctors specifically. Also, let me see how to fix it in order to correct the information, okay? It's gonna be better.
Okay.
We should start practicing how to take notes, but well, with you, we are going to make something different. I'm gonna send a dialogue the dialogue that is in the urinary system. And you're going to make a different objective. Here we have the questions that the doctor is making to Mr. Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to find another way to make the same question. Another question, a different one, going to the same objective, okay?
Sorry, I have to do a similar dialogue, something like that.
Yes, a similar dialogue in order to catch more ways to make questions, okay?
Okay.
More ways to collect information, trying to get the same answer or similar answer, okay?
Okay, teacher.
It's going to be one homework. For example, doctors must take all the symptoms from the common English and translate to the medical term. It's a specific objective to practice on this part. But you are not a doctor, so let's make it different. In order you are a teacher, it's a good way to practice how to make different questions and get the same terms in different ways. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna send the homework file later. Well, this is gonna be one file, and the second file I have to change for you and and the other teacher, okay?
Okay.
From the yesterday class, something that you remember you would like to ask or nothing? Because,
I
well,
need to check it again because, as I said, a lot of information and I have, well, I need to check it again, teacher.
okay.
Mhm.
So if you agree, we can stop here and go for reading. And well, this workshop is done. So if there's any question about this slide, send me a message by WhatsApp, and then we have the chance to talk by that way, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Great. So let me, you feel the pull, right? In the
Yes,
previous group?
twice, but okay,
Yeah, don't worry, that's okay. No, that's okay. If you feel the pull just once, that's enough. Don't worry about it.
Could you check if I send it, please?
Yes, I got it. I got the answers of them. Yes, you
Okay.
three send me the answers, so there's no trouble.
Okay.
So if you want, we can finish now and check the information. In order you get the details or something during the weekend, send me a message and we can correct that question, okay? I can give you the answer.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, that's the way I can help you because, well, yesterday you you couldn't download the file. When you have that trouble, please let me know by a message by Zoom, and then I'm gonna send it to you in another way, okay?
Teacher?
Hi, could you hear me? Hi.
I couldn't listen well.
Okay, let me tell you again. If during the Zoom session, the Zoom call, you cannot download the slides, the presentation, send me a message
Yesterday?
by the Zoom, and then I'm gonna send it to you in another way, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, there is no trouble. So keep on reading, keep on studying, and see you Monday, okay?
Okay, teacher. Sorry. For tomorrow, I have to send you the homework.
No,
by...
I'm gonna send in the file all the guidelines and the deadline. It's gonna be for for Tuesday, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna give you the file and then you send me back the answer. Don't worry about it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, at this point, I'm expecting my students. They are not attending yet. So let's wait. Maybe they are coming in some minutes. I'll be back with my next student. Hi, Sarah. Can you hear me? Sarah? Well, actually, it's not your... Oh, yes, it's your schedule. I'm sorry. Yes, you are without sound. I remember that you have troubles with your device, right? Sarah? Okay, great. So let me see. Yesterday you were in class, and that's great. So let me see. Did you have enough time to check the slides? Keep on talking while the chat. That's okay. There's no trouble on this. Do you have a question, something you would like to talk about? Okay, no questions, great. Okay, during the slides in the anatomical reviews, I sent some pictures that have synonyms between them. Did you notice that? Did you have time to check them? Some details, specific details. Okay, let me show you one example of this. Let me see, can you watch my screen? Yes, I think you can. Yes, great. For example, while checking these two specific slides, I like to make, well, I sent repeated slides in order to notice some specific differences. For example, this, while talking in the nose, we got nasal cavity, nasal concha, and nasal vestibule, right? When we go to the next, we check the nasal cavity and the nostril, right? Nostril is a synonym of nasal vestibule, right? So you can read a book when you check nasal vestibule or check nostril. Both of them are the same structure, it's a synonym, I mean. The same happens, for example, with the intestines, with the bowel. Vowel sounds could be one expression, the commonest one. And we also can say intestine sounds, for example. The common way to talk about it is vowel sounds. No, no postnasal, no. Okay, so let me correct. Okay, now it's done. Nostril is the same to nasal vestibule. That's the mean. Nostril is the synonym of nasal vestibule. We can say the first portion of the nose. Okay, so you can see the picture. This part is the nostril. And going to the nostril again. This first portion is the nostril. Just the detail. You got it, right? Let me put this. Okay, perfect. So that's an example. There are some more, but details that while checking the anatomical landmarks, you are going to notice without trouble. Checking X-rays, well, it's easy at this point because it's a normal X-rays picture. And while checking this, you only got vocabulary from this. Did you have enough time to check this? Okay, don't worry. Try to read this, try to catch specific words or expressions, and then we can talk about them if they are not so clear. The same situation with pronunciation. Let me know if there is no way to talk. Well, anyway, send me a message and we can solve it. Okay, let's try to find a way of working, but certainly I need to talk to you and correct maybe pronunciation about these specific terms, okay? Some other details. Well, I'm gonna send homework tonight. 2 homework files. One, taking information from the slides we were checking until this point. and a second file making an exercise. Yesterday, we were checking how to write down how to translate information from patients to, from common expressions to symptoms, right? And how to write down the findings. One exercise I'm gonna send is with, here it is, with this dialogue. We are going to take the common expressions and exchange into medical terms. I'm gonna send the file with explanation, with the guidelines about what we are expecting with this exercise, and that's all. And a second file. So if you receive very late a file to the WhatsApp group, it's me, don't worry about it, okay? Well, time is almost up. Let me send you the poll to take your attendance, okay? Can you watch the poll? Oh, sure. I'm sorry. Let me relaunch the poll. Yes, I got a mistake. I'm sending you the poll to fill again. Yes, it's done. Can you watch the poll for filling? Oh, let me send you the poll again. Okay, Sarah. Launch. Okay, I send it again. Can you watch it? Hey, Dorian. Hey, Alejandra. Okay, thank you, Sarah. So see you Monday, okay? Okay, thank you. See you Monday. Have a great weekend. Hi, Dorian. Hi, Alejandra. Can you hear me clearly?
Hi.
Hi, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
So let me see. Yesterday we got a very long presentation, a long class, right? So do you have any question about it? Any detail to check again? Maybe pronunciation, something that is not clear, something strange?
No, teacher, not yet.
Not yet. Perfect. What about you, Dorian? Something you would like to review, to check maybe?
Not really, just got a few problems with pronunciation, like with a I, know what I mean? Like might draw some kind of things. Just confuse a lot of a few words, but it's not much of a problem for me.
Okay, great. If you want, you can send me a message by private WhatsApp, and then we can
Okay.
solve specific doubts during the weekend. For not
Okay.
losing this opportunity, it could be a way to solve these questions, okay? These details in pronunciation.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be great, but okay, let me share the presentation again. Can you watch my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, yesterday we were checking lots of details, but let me show you a detail that is important, that has an objective. During the anatomical reviews, anatomical details we must check. I sent repeated pictures. You can notice this one is similar to this one, right? I mean similar because we got some details that are talking about, or that are showing synonyms in the anatomical landmarks. For example, here, in this one, we check nostril, nasal cavity and nostril, right? If we go to the previous one, we get the nasal cavity, the nasal concha, and the nasal vestibule. Which one is the nostril? For you, Dorian, which one is the nostril?
Is it also called sinus? Nostrils?
No,
Or
the
no?
nostril is the nasal vestibule. This first portion of the nose, that's the nostril, is a synonym.
Okay.
It's the same as talking about, for example, the vowels and the intestines, right? Vowel sounds, intestine sounds, they are synonyms. It's the same in this situation. Nasal vestibule and nostril are the same structures.
Okay.
Okay, just this detail at this point, but during the anatomical landmarks, we are going to find some more specific details just in order to improve these parts and catch the idea that maybe during an article or a book, we can find any of these terms and we don't have to get confused and run mad without having the synonyms in mind, okay? Let me check another detail. Well, that's a general view. From these charts, I mean in general, in the primary functions, we got lots of vocabulary. Is that a new word that you would like to talk, or an expression maybe? What about you, Alejandra? Is that okay with these charts? No questions from this or about pronunciation of specific words?
How is it drill?
I'm sorry?
How is the last is drill? Is a drill? About
the anatomical review?
Exactly.
Yes, the nostril.
Nostril, exactly.
Yes, nostril, that's the way.
Nostril.
You know, now same as nasal vestibule. It's a similar detail, like we were talking in the first workshop about fingers, thumbs, and toes, right? It's just a way to refer to these structures. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. Someone came into. What about this word parts? Maybe a meaning? What about you, Dorian, about meaning, a detail about pronunciation from these specific terms? Dorian?
No, I think no, just the
Or
one
an
related to breathe. How do you pronounce spar?
Which one?
It says to breathe, like the third one.
In the previous?
Like, no, the same chart.
Oh, the same.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, which one could call your attention?
I mean, pronunciation is it spear?
Spear, yes.
Yeah, spear.
Great. Spear, yes.
Okay.
Do you know the spirometry?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The spear.
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Yes. Is it to catch taking these
Yeah.
common words that we usually practice in Spanish though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spirometry.
Any other detail maybe?
No.
Not yet here. Okay,
No,
perfect.
yeah.
About any other word parts in another system maybe? Or about a detail during the rest of the slides or into these pictures, because I know it's a lot of information. It's too much for just one day, but now we have the weekend to refresh, maybe find a doubt during the weekend while reading again. You can send me a message by WhatsApp. And according to that, I'm gonna answer you, giving you the answer, of course.
Yeah.
That's a way to work properly, I think. And we are not going to lose or to get in doubt, right? I think these concepts, these ideas are clear, right? About these expressions, maybe smoking heavily, or I don't know, details like that. get my breath back, for example.
Teacher, can you repeat, please?
Yes, which part? I'm sorry.
Perdón, es que se estaba cortando. No se escuchaba nada.
Okay, don't worry, Alejandra. I was telling you that if during this weekend, well, I'm gonna send homework files. Let's start with that point. 2 homework files. One is with a dialogue. Let me show you which one. And you as doctors and student of medicine have to catch the common term and translate into the medical term. This is the dialogue we are going to use. For example, I don't know. Yesterday I explained the expression water works, right? So how you might translate into the medical term, for example. Let's start thinking and catching more ideas on this. On the other hand, the symptoms in common words that the patient is describing, you must translate into the medical terms. It's easy to do, but we need practice. That's why we start doing this now. Then we have a second file that is taking exercises from the 3 presentations, the first one in the previous week and the 2 presentations of this week, okay? Of course, for answering all of this homework, you might check all the slides again. If during this check, this review, you find questions, details that we didn't have enough time to talk during the class, you can send me a message and then we can solve the doubt. Message by WhatsApp to my private WhatsApp, no, not to the group. Try not to fill the group. To my private WhatsApp, then we can talk about it and avoid the doubt, okay? I think it's possible to make it that way, right?
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, what about these terms? Everything is clear on this slide? Muddy urine, I don't know. Feeling a well, yeah, feeling a well, yeah. Well, it's easy about urinalysis. Any question of the terms that are here? A very common question was the meaning of Neil, for example. Neil as a word, I mean. If you go to the dictionary, the common one, you don't find it. In the medical dictionary, you find the synonym, that is nothing. Nothing. Nil means nothing. There is nothing on that sample about anything. In this case of urine. Dorian, did you catch the meaning of nil?
Yeah, it's like a contraction, like nothing.
An abbreviation.
Normal.
It's a synonym, not an abbreviation. It's a synonym. It's another way to say nothing or normal.
Okay.
Okay. What about the crosses? Is that clear? 3 crosses, 1 cross, or 1 plus?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. During the whole pathological charts, system by system, is that a question about pronunciation maybe? A detail that is calling attention or not, or it's okay?
Teacher, is pielitis or pielitis?
Pielitis, I'm sorry.
Pielitis.
Yes. Always you check this itis, pronunciation itis, no matter the suffix, okay? Pielitis. Pyelonephritis, for example, urethritis. Any other detail? Maybe, what about you, Dorian? A detail to check during the pronunciation in these charts? In this class, we got 4, but maybe one is a specific detail. If at this point you didn't find it, don't worry. We can talk about it by WhatsApp. There's no trouble. Please read information, check all of this, because, well, in order, I know it's a lot. and read from one day to the other as fast. Well, it's not easy. I understand that point. But
Yeah.
let's try to make our best. And I'm sorry. Let's try to make our best and then check everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can you watch the poll and send it to fill attendance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's fill this one to take attendance and okay, thank you. So I'm gonna end this.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So let me see. Don't worry if you receive a file to the WhatsApp group so late. It's me sending homework, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
teacher. Thank you.
okay, thanks for your attendance. Thanks for being on time. So see you Monday, okay? And please
Okay.
read the guidelines of the homework because there is gonna be the deadline, okay?
Deadline. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
teacher.
Okay, see you Monday. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye bye. See ya.
Bye-bye. Good night, Juan Octavio. How are you?
Good night, teacher. I'm fine.
Hi, good night, Laura. How are you? How was your surgery?
Hi, teacher. It was really tiring, but it was really good. Thank you.
That sounds great. Which surgery was about?
Ovarian cancer.
Oh, great. That's a big one.
It
So
was
bloody.
a huge one.
Yes, it's so bloody, right?
Yes, but it was really interesting. It was a really, really long surgery, but it was great.
Oh, yes, that's amazing. Congrats. Try to
Thank
be as much surgeries as you can. That's the best part while being a student.
Yes, I don't like surgery that much, but it helps.
Yes, it works. So,
When I was an intern, I didn't like it as much as other rotations like internal medicine. I prefer that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, it happens.
Yes.
But don't worry. So let me see. Did you have enough time to check slides from yesterday?
Not so much. I checked more the first two systems,
Yeah.
and the other ones I don't have them like that clear because I didn't study them as much as the first two ones.
Oh, okay. So don't worry about it. I know it's a lot of information for reading from one day to the other. It's too much.
Yes,
Yes.
but teacher, I have a question.
Yeah.
When are the tests going to be?
Okay, give me a second to show you. Well, to tell you. The first test is gonna be on October 17.
That's my birthday.
Oh, we are going to sing happy birthday.
That's, well, it's my luck. It has always been like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it happens. You are so lucky. You are taking an important test in your birthday. That's a blessing. I don't know why, but it's a blessing. Okay, that's the first one, the module 1. And in module 2, let me see, I'm opening. The test of the module 2 is on November 14.
Okay. And
So
it's going to be divided into a written and oral tests, or just written, just oral tests?
just written.
Okay.
The final test. During the workshops, I take the score for the oral expressions and practice, pronunciation and details like that.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. What about you, Juan Octavio? How was your day?
So boring. But still.
Nah, don't say that. You're a student. You're in the best part of the career. You have the chance to ask for questions, to look for help. When you are a doctor with all the responsibilities, it's not possible to say things like that.
Yeah. Maybe US, I'm working in a little job.
Great. Yeah, that's great. So in order you are working, well, let me ask you, did you get enough time for checking the slides, for checking the information I sent?
This time I can't. I can't already. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay, don't worry about it. I understand. If you need to work, if you have to do it, well, I understand the situation, but let's try to make a small effort maybe for catching details during the presentation maybe, and checking that small parts for the workshop at the next day. Hi, Laura, Yowita. Hi, Laura. How are you? How was your day?
Fine, thanks. Hi, teacher. Good night.
It's nice to see you, Laura. Okay, so let me see, Laura. I'm asking for the information. Did you have enough time to check the information?
In my case, no, teacher.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, I understand. Let's try to read. Well, let me show you small details during the presentation that I've been showing to your classmates in order to make it easier, right? Give me a moment to share the screen, and we are going to check specific details, okay? Okay, can you watch my screen?
Yes.
Great. During the anatomical reviews, you might notice that I sent similar pictures, similar slides, right? For example, this one is similar to this one. Of course, it has not the same expressions, not all the information from the previous one, right? But if you compare both slides, you might notice that some anatomical landmarks are showing you synonyms. I mean, for example, in this one, I'm showing you here nostril and nasal cavity from this structure, right? If we go to the previous one, we can notice that it has more detail. It says nose as a big structure, but it's divided in the nasal cavity, the nasal concha, and the nasal vestibule. Taking this information, which one is the nostril? Juan Octavio, can you identify the nostril? If I show you this slide and the next one, if you combine the information, which one is the nostril for you?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, excuse me. No, I don't know. No.
Right, that's perfect. Don't worry about it. That's the point of this class. We are going to find details, synonyms, small details like this. In a book, you can read nostril. In another book, on an article, you can find nasal vestibule. Both of them are the same. that the first portion of nose as a general organ, okay, that first portion that is going out from our face, that point, yeah, we can say, that is the nostril, the orifice, and the first portion. This space is the nostril. Then you got the nasal cavity as a group, and then the nasal concha, we know about it. But if you go to the next slide, you see nostril, and nostril could be any part, but nasal cavity is the group. So it's a detail. That small details, it's possible to catch during while checking information and comparing information, okay? Another example could be when we talk about bowels, right? The intestines. The small intestine, the large intestine could be in the book or another book or article, a small bowel or large bowel, or even though the bowel sounds or the intestine sounds during the physical exam. Okay, the details are important to check, and I'm sending them during the slides, the presentations. Another one, well, in these slides, we don't have some more, but details like that we are going to check. Same during the primary functions, we have expressions and words that are specific to medical vocabulary. If there is a question about a word or maybe expression, let me know about it and we can solve the doubts. I understand that the workshop, it's not a big time, just 15 minutes, but you can send me a message by WhatsApp, by a private message, and we can solve the doubt. It could be a good point to compare, to exchange ideas, and not miss or not stand with that doubt. Maybe the idea of this is to avoid possible questions, right? Talking about word parts, for example, is that a question about pronunciation, maybe? What about you, Laura Yawita? Do you have a question about it, about pronunciation, about any word parts? Every system has this grammar detail.
Yes, teacher. In the case of pharyngeal, it's okay, the pronunciation like that?
This one?
Yes.
Pharynx.
Okay.
Just going to the word part, pharynx. When we add and the O, pharyngo. For example, pharyngomyelitis or pharyngitis, right? What about
Okay,
you,
thank you.
Laura? Oh, you're welcome. What about you, Laura Peredo? Any question about pronunciation, maybe?
No, it's very clear.
It's possible to make. Perfect. Well, during the systems, the pathological situations or clinical cases we are checking, I send these slides, these infograms, pictures showing some symptoms or some signs that we must know. Any question about them? Meaning, maybe pronunciation, about anyone? Not yet, I think, right?
I have a question, teacher. Is dyspnea? Dyspnea is the P silent?
This one? I'm sorry. This one?
Yes, dyspnea. I'm not pretty sure about that one.
Pronunciation, dyspnea. Same as Spanish, yes. Same as Spanish.
Okay, thank you.
Dyspnea and cough, okay? Dyspnea. Okay, about that pronunciation detail. What about expressions? In blackened words, we got some expressions while talking to patients or expressions that patients give to us. Maybe detail about that, something to check. Nothing at this point, I think, right? About these charts, when we get meanings, please read them. And if there's a question about expression or a specific word, as I was telling you, send me a message. There is no trouble to answer those questions during the weekend, okay? Same as phlegm, common cold, okay. Let's take it out. I'm Let's go to the cardiovascular system. Okay, this is important. I sent these charts about pathologies, right? About any of them from every systems. Do you have a question about pronunciation, maybe? Some of them have abbreviations, for example, COPD or ARDS. Is that a question? Not all of the pathologies have an abbreviation, of course. Not all of them. The ones that got this common abbreviation, I'm gonna send during the slides. And well, it's a way to help. In this chart, we got lots of abbreviations, of course, but there are not all of them, of course. For example, URT is not here, right? Is URI is similar, you know, that's another way to show the same. Here. In this slide, everything is in English, same as here. Okay, here. Do you remember the grammar tips I showed in the first presentation? There is a point when I'm showing you how to exchange singular to plural following the ending. If you check that, that's in plural. It sounds like Latin, but no, it's actually in plural, okay? And then, well, no extra information, just following the blood flow. I think it's possible to make from this point. Well, let's go to the information. Yeah, let me show you a dialogue. Oh, I lost it. Yes, this dialogue. This weekend, I'm gonna send the first homework file. Well, actually tonight until midnight is my own deadline to send the homework. We are going to receive 2 homework files. The first one is gonna be about this dialogue. When you have the objective to catch the common expressions of patients and translate into medical terms. Same, you have to understand these expressions, the common ones we use as doctors, in order to catch the correct symptom in the medical term, okay? That's the first one. The second homework file is gonna be about the exercises we must practice about the 3 presentations we checked already, okay? The first one from the previous week and the ones that we got now, okay?
Yes, teacher, I have a question about the homeworks. When are you going to send them and when it's the deadline?
Tonight, I hope I can finish the homework files, and the deadline is gonna be in the guidelines of each file.
Okay.
I think I can give you time until Tuesday because you have 3 presentations to check. It's a lot of information. That's why I prefer to give you more days, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, let me send you the poll for filling, for taking attendance, okay? Can you all watch the poll?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Okay. Perfect. So if you receive a file late at night, don't worry, it's me, okay? It's me sending homework, so don't worry about it. Okay, thank you for the polls. Thank you so much. And that's all.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Okay, thank you,
Bye,
teacher. Bye.
Laura. Bye, Laura. Yeah. My both Lauras were here. Okay. Juan
Bye.
Octavio. Bye. See you Monday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, everything is done. So let's start this.